Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. So, on a day with more than the average number of 20s in the date, did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And did you find it to be an above average crossword?
I found it to be a pretty typical Tuesday crossword.
Okay.
What do you think?
I thought there were some very clever clues, some little gems planted everywhere throughout. I was very impressed with it.
Yeah, there were some great clues.
I mean, it didn't really sort of scream at you, it didn't sort of like ha-ha all over the place, but there were lots of gems here.
Right.
And considering it's a Tuesday, sort of working with that within that framework of it's got to be relatively straightforward, I thought Rena Cohen, the person who created this crossword, did an awesome job.
Yeah, I would agree.
There was a theme, I guess. Is that right?
There was a theme. It was kind of different. But there were 4 themed clues, and they were listings of, common phrases you see in everyday language. But the answer was sort of a compilation of what they were about. So, for example, 20 across, eye on the ball, get under it, I've got it, etc. was the clue. And the answer was catch phrases, because those are all phrases you say when you're trying to catch a ball. Eye on the ball, get under it, I got it. Those are all catch phrases.
I usually yell, help, I'm about to get hit by a ball.
And then the next one was 35 across, mink, ferret, stoat, etc. And those were weasel words.
Yes,
that was all animals kind of related to weasels. And then we had 44 across, ta-da, all done, there you have it, etc. And those were finish lines, things you say at the end of something, finish lines. And then finally, 55 across, yield, stop, dead end, etc. And that was sign language.
Yes.
So anyway, that was the theme.
Pretty cute.
Yeah, it was.
And it didn't need a revealer.
No, it really didn't.
Just fine the way it was.
Well, you knew it was a theme clue because it said etc. at the end of it.
Right.
So,
I especially liked weasel words.
yeah, that was good.
I mean, they were all sort of cute in their own way. Actually, for 20 across, I originally, I had the C and I had the C and the H in phrases, and I thought it was coach phrases.
Oh.
Because it's sort of like the coach would be yelling, get under it.
Yeah.
Although it's not clear why the coach would be yelling, I got it.
Yeah, no, I don't think
Which
that
is
would work.
the point at which I realized it had to be catch rather than coach phrases.
But yeah.
I liked 7 down. That was Walt Whitman's As the Time Draws Blank, and the answer was NIGH, N-I-G-H.
That's correct.
There's a word that we don't see in use nearly as much as it should be.
Oh, really?
I think, the politicians, they spend all their time arguing about stuff. They should be doing important things, like demanding that people use the word nigh more often. Like, the peace treaty is nigh. Something like that.
Most people wouldn't know what they meant.
Well, most of them, yeah. We'll leave the politics out of this, but for 17 across, that one that was, consistent with party policy, I had of one mind, but it turned out to be on message.
Right.
I sort of like of one mind as as an answer, just it wasn't the right one here. We had 14 across, comedian Trevor with the memoir Born a Crime, Noah. Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
Very funny name.
Although I got to admit that Jon Stewart's doing a fine job filling in for him. Well, actually taking over from him, I guess. Did you get one across right off? Bit or byte? Unit?
Unit, yes.
Oh, good. Glad to know you're computer literate here. 22 across, like some ground balls, was one hop.
Yes. One hoppers.
And that means what? They hit the ground, they hop, and then smash into someone? And
No. They hit the ground, and then somebody catches them and throws them to first.
On the first hop off of the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. 10 down was Dessert served with the query "Cono o coppetta" in Italy, and the answer was gelato.
Gelato.
Did you know?
I didn't get that right away, but I figured it out.
I wonder what that means. Cono o coppetto.
Yes, I don't know.
I'm assuming it's, would you like some gelato? No, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, it looks like, maybe it's or. So maybe cone or cup.
Oh, look at you. You're bilingual.
Well, it's just kind of remind me of Spanish, but cone or cup, I think.
I wonder if we have any listeners in Italy. Attention, Italian listeners, or people who speak Italian, or can use Google. Let us know what cono o coppetta really means.
I think it's cone or cup.
And actually, if you're going to reach out from Italy, please include an audio recording, and you can send that to crosswordpodcast@icloud.com.
That'd be lovely.
Yes, I think so.
I got hung up with 37 down and 41 across. 37 down was Khan, who founded Khan Academy. Mm-hmm. That was Sal.
Yes.
And 41 across was, "You're just too complimentary." And I put OG.
Yes.
But it was actually AW.
Right.
So you could get the A in Sal, and you could get the W for 42 down, which was flinches in response to. Mm-hmm. And that was winces at. Another word you don't hear too often.
Right.
Winces.
Yes.
So I had hinces at, which made no sense whatsoever.
Nope.
But yes, so that's where I ended up, finally solving the puzzle by finally figuring out it was AUG and not OG.
And winces at. Mm-hmm. I think it's nigh well about time we started using winces at more in conversation as well. Maybe the same politician who's going to be enforcing the use of nigh can enforce the use of winces at.
Well, but to use winces at, you have to do something to something that someone else doesn't like.
Oh, don't worry. The politicians will handle that.
They'll wince.
Yes.
You have to do something bad to get someone to wince.
You can just say, "Quit wincing at me." Let's see.
And right close to that, 33 down, I think it's the body lotion of the New York Times crossword now, because it seems to have been in several times in the last few weeks. Mm-hmm. Moisturizer brand, Aveeno.
Yeah, I was worried about that because there's Aveeno and then there's something else that sounds... Almay, okay, not Alfredo. That's not a moisturizer brand.
No, Almay and Aveeno, and then there's Olay too.
Almay, Omay, Oive. Is there an Oive moisturizer?
I haven't seen that one on the shelf.
Used by the Yiddish-speaking community. It's going to be a big hit.
Yep.
Once again, 39 across. Detroit dud of the 1950s, EDSEL. It's like, come on, Will, it's been 75 years. It's time to let it go. I realize you've not been doing all this for 75 years, but still, it's like they made one mistake 75 years ago. I bet in the year 2250, it's going to be in there. Detroit dud of the 1950s, EDSEL. The last thing that happens before the universe collapses is the New York Times publishes a crossword with EDSEL in it. Good grief.
It's just such a great word, EDSEL.
Yes.
Got all those common consonants and two E's.
But couldn't they clue it as... Detroit designer who deserves more respect, the Rodney Dangerfield of Ford designers or something like that.
Edsel, that was Ford's son.
Yes.
Maybe something about his family, just
I don't know.
Favored son of Henry Ford or whatever.
It seems cruel. It seems cruel to me. Close to Edsel, we had what America, 48 down, what America runs on in a franchise slogan, Dunkin'.
Yes.
I just had this vision of cars with donuts on them.
Oh.
They wouldn't get very far. They'd start to turn and then the jelly would just spurt out the sides.
Yeah, could be.
What have you heard that as a franchise slogan?
Yeah.
Really? What America runs on?
Mm-hmm.
It runs on Dunkin'?
I think it runs
Is that a reference to
Dunkin' coffee?
Yeah, I was going to say, it must be the coffee more than the donuts. Although you take a look at the average... consumer, and it could be the donuts.
I was going to say the donuts probably provide plenty of energy to run on.
Speaking of energy 49 across, like pound cake, dense.
Yes.
I thought that was a good clue.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's a great way to, it's like, well, we've got the word dense. What do we do with it? Let's compare it to a pound cake. 50 across was handy. Bird whose name sounds like a hip-hop dance move, nene.
Nene.
So now I know how to pronounce nene.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was pronouncing it Nene.
Yep.
But Nene.
63 down. What'd you say? Huh?
Uh-huh.
I like that. And 65 down. Where to find a kitten's toe beans paw.
Right.
Wow. Those are toe beans?
Well, that's what they call them. Sort of, the pads on the bottom of their feet. They call those toe beans.
That's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, this was a fine crossword.
Yep.
11 down. Somme Friends, so Somme for the French city.
Yeah.
And it was Somme Friends, and it was Ami, A-M-I-S.
Right.
I thought that was great.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought that was nicely done.
Very good, yes.
All right. I think that is about it for the crossword.
All right.
But it is Tuesday,
That it is.
which means it's time for Triplet Tuesday.
Do, 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 do.
And-
Triplet Tuesday is nigh.
Yes, Triplet Tuesday is here. Well done, by the way. That was nice segue there. So for new listeners, Triplet Tuesday is that segment of the episode where one of us reads 3 clues to the other. The answer to all 3 clues is one 3-letter answer, and the object is to guess that answer in as few clues as possible. We do it 3 times, hence the name Triplet Tuesday. If you want to play along, feel free to do so. Just have your finger ready to tap the pause button as soon as Jean reads the clue, because I might answer really quickly, and you don't want to sort of have a spoiler there. Although the chances of me answering really quickly are probably pretty slim, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. All right. Allow me to put on my thinking cap. Get my caffeinated beverage here, right? It's not gonna help. Yes.
Okay, here's your first clue.
Ready.
Savage.
Savage. Oh, savage. So it could be probably when you savage someone, you go after them. It could be like savage. Axe.
No.
All right. I won't say my second guess because I might need it for the second clue.
The second clue.
Mm-hmm.
Pillager, maybe.
Pillager, maybe. Oh. A pillager. Hun.
That is correct. Very good. Oh.
What was the first one again?
Savage.
A Hun is savage? Okay, I guess, yeah.
Yep, I would say so.
Maybe just misunderstood.
No, they were savage.
Okay, well.
They were savages in the worst form.
Okay.
So, the last clue was Attila, most notably.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. If I didn't get that, I'd be in trouble.
Okay, very good.
Listeners, how did you do? How many guesses did it take you?
All right, ready for number 2?
Indeed.
Patty's Place.
Bun.
That's right. Whoa, that was good. I thought that would catch you up.
Nope.
Okay. The second one was dog holder.
Oh, okay. Dog holder.
I think you would have gotten bun from that.
I think, because as soon as you said patty, I had a vision of a burger.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
I think dog might have worked better.
Oh, okay. And then this last one, I thought you'd get it for sure, but maybe not. One of 2 in Princess Leia's hairstyle.
Ooh. Now I can't say if I would have gotten it because I already know the answer. Yeah, I don't know. That might have been tricky.
Oh, I would have gotten that right.
Really? Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, very good. Got it in one.
Woohoo.
Okay, here is your last set of clues.
Okay, listeners, get ready too. Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Blank film.
Blank film. Huh. Okay, we can rule out Kodak. Blank film. film. I'm just hypothesizing at this point. Do not take these as official answers just yet.
Taking the measurement.
No. Something film. Something film. So it's going to be either like film is in a studio, something that a studio produces, or film like something on your eye. I'm going for eye film.
No. Eye film.
Yeah, if you have like a film on your eye, it's eye film.
That probably has a name other than eye film.
That's what the ophthalmologists call it. Looks like you've got a bad case of eye film.
Right.
It's also something that Apple is going to release next year.
You think?
The eye film, yes.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to that. All right, here's the next clue. One might be liberal in college.
Blank film. One might be Art.
Art is correct, yes.
Oh, art film.
Yes,
Ooh, that was tough. Art film. Yeah, I never would have gotten that.
But you got it on 2. That's
Yep.
great.
Well, I am in the college of, what am I in the college of? Actually, it's dissolving anyway, so. Letters and sciences?
Not liberal arts?
No.
No, you're not a liberal art there.
Nope.
All right, very good. The third clue was, wherefore blank thou, Romeo?
Oh, wherefore art thou,
Yes.
Romeo? Yes.
I found art. The other two, Han and Bun, had a little over 100 clues to choose from. But art had like over 800.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa.
And they are so diverse. I mean, there's so many ways you can clue the word art.
Were any of them like a reference to the publisher of the New York Times, Arthur, what's his name, Sulzenberger?
No.
Oh, really?
But Art Buchwald.
You didn't actually read all 800 of them.
No, but I scanned them. But Art Buchwald or Art Carney, for the name art. And then all kinds of things in quotes. The blank was art. Many artists have spoken about art, and the blank was always art, or there was like liberal arts, or there was arts and letters. There were just so many different ways that art was clued. It was very interesting.
Did they have anything like British saying while someone's getting a crash cart on them, they're having an art attack?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just hoping, but
They even had like kids' refrigerator.
magnet?
Well, yeah, like magnet.
Oh, I see the art. Right.
Kids, what a kid gives you for the front of your refrigerator or something.
Huh, what a versatile word you've come across there.
Yeah, it really is.
All right. Just one last thing before we go. We had an email from Gregory saying thanks for the t-shirt, and we got a picture of him wearing his coveted Gene and Mike Do the New York Times crossword t-shirt. Very rare.
He looks quite handsome.
And he looks very, very spiffy indeed. And he's posed in front of some, looks like CDs, DVDs, and books. And one of the books I can see is Atlas of the World. So clearly a well-read individual.
No doubt.
Thank you for that, Gregory.
Yep.
And for anyone else who wants to send us feedback, please do crosswordpodcast@icloud.com or click on the send fan mail link. That is it for today. We will be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.